Hello everyone, my name is Preet Thakkar. I am from Navrajna International School, Vadodara. I am currently doing IBCP program and I am in grade 11th. And today I'll be interviewing Mr. Nitin Gholani. Sir, could you please introduce yourself?
Detail. So hi everyone. My name is Nitin, and when Preet approached me for this conversation, I was more than happy to sort of support him. And just a brief introduction on myself. I've spent over 20 years in the corporate world. Until most recently, I was the chief business officer for Ola Electric. It's a listed company with 1.5 to $2 billion in market cap. I joined them recently in January of 2025. Before that, I was associated with the Byju's and Akash Education Group. I was the CEO for Akash's digital business, where I ran the entire P&L and led a team of 3,500 people. Uh, that's briefly about myself, and happy to help Preet you.
Thank you, sir, for your introduction. Sir, my first question would be, could you share some details about your team size, key products or services, and major achievement that you have achieved?
Sure, sure. In terms of my role, I lead a large organization across, sales, marketing, fulfillment, supply chain, close to about 7,000 people. I run about 4,000 stores of Ola Electric nationwide, which are basically my, point of sale where my scooter sales happen or bike sales now, because now we've just launched a bike as well. So every store has close to about 1 to 1.5 people. That in itself is about some 6,000 people. And then, the remaining folks are in marketing, supply chain, fulfillment. Uh, you also asked a bit about my achievements. I think my one achievement that I'm really sort of proud of was the Business World 40 Under 40 Award. So Business World is a magazine in India.
How do you decide which product or service to prioritize? Like there are multiple things in EVs. Yeah, there are cars, there are Activas, there are scooters. Uh, so like, how do you decide what product to prioritize?
Yeah. एक छोटा प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में टेस्ट करके पता लग जाता है कि वो प्रोडक्ट चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है, लाइक मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट, बिकॉज दैट्स हाउ यू गेट द पल्स ऑफ द मार्केट कि कंज्यूमर आपके प्रोडक्ट को लाइक कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है, बिकॉज अगर कंज्यूमर को प्रोडक्ट समझ में नहीं आएगा, पसंद नहीं करेगा, तो वो खरीदेगा नहीं, राइट? सो इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रायोरिटाइजेशन, माई पैकिंग ऑर्डर हैज ऑलवेज बीन look at the macro first, like look at the addressable market first कि भाई कितना बड़ा मार्केट है, and then keep going granular to figure out कि आपको क्या प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करना है और फिर इस प्रोडक्ट को लॉन्च करो मार्केट
How do you assign task and track progress within your team?
में, राइट? सो Preet, personally, there are, like I'll talk about how do I do it, but before I answer that, I will just talk about two schools of thought. Typically, you know there are certain leaders which like doing everything by themselves, and then of course there are leaders who like delegating. I think I am in the latter group. I like to create more leaders versus being a leader myself, and as a consequence I like to delegate things more. What I mean to say is that जब मैं टास्क ऐसे असाइन करता हूँ, या मान लो मैंने कोई एक नया प्रोजेक्ट लिया जहाँ पे मुझे एक नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करना है मार्केट में, so I would just delegate everything to my team, basis of course capabilities and basis their strengths, because the ultimate success is my accountability. Like I will keep the accountability with me, but I will basically delegate all execution, ownership to my team basis the skill set, ताकि वो लोग फुल ओनरशिप के साथ काम करें और उनको लगे कि वो खुद अपनी कोई चीज क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. And that is how I'm able to get the best out of people as well. And this is something which I have sort of realized over the years. जब आप इतनी बड़ी टीम हैंडल करते हो, जैसे मेरे पास 7,000 लोग हैं, तो मेरा स्कोप ऑफ वर्क भी बहुत ज्यादा है और मैं हर चीज खुद नहीं कर सकता, राइट? तो मुझे अच्छे लोग चाहिए जो मेरे लिए काम करें और जो पूरी ओनरशिप के साथ काम करें, और वो तभी होगा जब मैं उनको ओनरशिप दूंगा और पूरा काम उनको डेलीगेट करूंगा कि आपका काम है, आप ही मैनेज करिए, आपको ही देखना है कि वो ठीक हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है. So I think that is sort of one mantra which has worked a lot for me.
And can you share an example of a major challenge you have faced and how you overcame it?
Preet, one of the biggest challenges that I faced, and maybe I'll talk about Akash Education, which was again a large team that I was running. तो वहां पे ना मैंने पूरा एक बिजनेस खड़ा किया था, आकाश का ऑनलाइन बिजनेस. वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट इश्यूज जो मैं वहां फेस कर रहा था वो ये था कि मेरे जो टीचर थे ना, वो मुझे छोड़ छोड़ के भाग रहे थे. राइट, मतलब छोड़ छोड़ के जा रहे थे कंपनी को. पीपल डिडंट वांट टू वर्क फॉर आकाश एंड अट्रिशन वाज अ वेरी बिग इशू. एंड किसी भी एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूट में जहाँ पे कोचिंग होती है, आकाश में कोचिंग कराते हैं बच्चों को इंजीनियरिंग और नीट की, तो वहां पे अगर टीचर जो वहां पढ़ाते हैं वही छोड़ के जा रहे हैं तो बच्चों का भी कॉन्फिडेंस इम्पैक्ट होता है एंड ऑफ कोर्स बिजनेस पे इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है. तो दैट वाज अ वेरी बिग चैलेंज दैट आई वाज फेसिंग. एंड एज आई वेंट डीप टू फिगर आउट कि वो क्यों हो रहा था, आई फिगर्ड आउट कि कुछ कुछ ब्रांचेस में जहाँ पे अट्रिशन बहुत ज्यादा था, वहां पे कल्चर का इशू था. राइट, कल्चर का इशू मतलब कि जैसे मान लीजिए कि अगर आपका ऑफिस टाइम 9 से 5 का है, हाइपोथेटिकली सेइंग, एंड आपकी पूरी टीम 8:59 पे पहुंच जाती है, फिर भी उनको अगर बोला जाए कि नहीं नहीं आप तो टाइम से 1 मिनट पहले ही आते हैं, या फिर पूरा दिन आप ढंग से काम नहीं करते हैं, तो कल्चरली द एनवायरमेंट वो सच वेयर पीपल वर नॉट फीलिंग मोटिवेटेड. उनको लग रहा था कि वो कोई उनको पकड़ के काम करवा रहा है, उनको ओनरशिप नहीं मिल रही है वहां पे. तो दैट आई थिंक वी फिक्स्ड इट एट द रूट कॉज लेवल. और हमने कल्चरली काफी चेंजेस करे, जहाँ पे हमने आकाश के अंदर हमने क्या इंश्योर किया कि हायरार्की नहीं है, कोई किसी को रिपोर्ट नहीं करता है, सबके काउंसलर्स हैं कंपनी में, विच बेसिकली मीन्स दैट मेरा जो बॉस है वो मेरा बॉस नहीं है, वो मेरा काउंसलर है. हमने उनका नाम ही काउंसलर रख दिया. विच क्योंकि टिपिकली बच्चा भी जब वहां आता है तो बच्चे को एक काउंसलर ही मिलता है जो उसको काउंसिल करता है, बताता है आपके पेरेंट्स को या बच्चे को कि आपको जेई की तैयारी करनी चाहिए, नीट की करनी चाहिए, अगर नीट का सोच के आए तो कैसे करना चाहिए. तो हमने बोला कि यार हमारे एम्प्लॉयज के लिए भी काउंसलिंग ही होनी चाहिए, वर्सेस कोई हायरार्की नहीं है. तो बेसिकली हमने ना बॉर्डरलेस कंपनी क्रिएट कर दी कि भाई कोई ऊपर नहीं है, कोई नीचे नहीं है, सब साथ में मिलके कॉमन कॉज के लिए काम कर रहे हैं कि हमको भारत के लिए सबसे ज्यादा इंजीनियर और डॉक्टर्स बनाने हैं. राइट, आई थिंक दैट हेल्प्ड अ लॉट, एंड विच इज वेयर आई एम सेइंग कि वो जो ऐसे सिचुएशंस होती है ना, वो बहुत लाइक सॉल्यूशंस उसके बहुत सिचुएशन स्पेसिफिक होते हैं. एंड एवरी टाइम another thing that we ensured that time is that we created like cohesive groups जहाँ पे सब मिल के बात कर रहे हैं और डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कि एक प्रॉब्लम को कैसे सॉल्व करना है, वर्सेस कोई लीडर बता रहा है कि नहीं आप इसको ऐसे सॉल्व कर दो और वो ऐसे सॉल्व होगी. आई थिंक सम ऑफ दोस थिंग्स हेल्प्ड अ लॉट. उससे ना बहुत बॉन्डिंग आई पूरे हमारे एम्प्लॉयज में. सबको लगा कि नहीं यार हम एक कॉमन पर्पस कॉमन ऑब्जेक्टिव की तरह काम कर रहे हैं और वहीं पे आगे बढ़ेंगे. So I think some of those things helped a lot.
So how do you communicate with your team and keep them, motivated, keep them engaging?
Yeah. There is no other sort of approach that works beyond, incentives and appraisals. And because, it everybody takes a while to sort of mature and understand the big picture as well. But, after a while, I've realized that जितना आप ज्यादा ओनरशिप दोगे अपने एम्प्लॉयज को, राइट, उनको फील हो कि नहीं यार उनकी खुद की कंपनी है, वो किसी के लिए नौकरी नहीं कर रहे हैं, ये उनकी कंपनी है. एंड वो मतलब जितना वो उस पर्पस से जुड़ेंगे, लाइक उस कंपनी के ऑब्जेक्टिव से जुड़ेंगे. जैसे मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ, ओला इलेक्ट्रिक में हमारे ऐसे बहुत इंजीनियर्स हैं जो सिर्फ इस बात के लिए काम कर रहे हैं कि वो भारत की सबसे बड़ी ईवी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. राइट, सिर्फ वो पर्पस जो है उनके लिए, वो वो बहुत बड़ी चीज है कि वो पूरी मेहनत और जी जान से काम कर रहे हैं, ना पैसा ना एनीथिंग एल्स. तो आई थिंक समवेयर आई हैव रियलाइज्ड कि लोग जो पर्पस के साथ, मतलब ना कल्ट बोलते हैं उसको, कि भाई कल्ट हो जाता है वो एकदम कि नहीं नहीं यार हम ये करेंगे बिकॉज हम चाहते हैं कि ये मतलब कंट्री के लिए हो, कंपनी के लिए हो, लोगों के लिए हो. तो आई थिंक मेकिंग देम feel associated with the passion matters the most. And the moment that happens, then everything else is sorted.
How can someone stand out earlier in their career in this sector? Like if anyone wants to move forward really quickly or grab the main thing which they are missing in the market.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is important to sort of keep yourself at pace with the world, and continuously learn. Right. Keep learning new things. I think that will help one move forward. And especially technology, right? Tech as an ecosystem, something which is going to be the future. So keeping oneself completely abreast on technology, and how technology can further augment and make you more efficient, and make you more productive, should always be sort of like your strength, and you should always sort of keep a tap on it and take advantage of it.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge with me.
Hello everyone, my name is Preet Thakkar and today I'll be interviewing Mr. Marala Bhaskar.
If I just would like to introduce myself first. Work in a US-based MNC company, that is Valmont Structures Private Limited. Okay, Valmont Industries is a global MNC. It has its manufacturing locations around 83 manufacturing locations around the globe. Almost every country it caters. Primarily, it is based at USA. Okay, and it has different operations, North America, Asia Pacific and all. In India, the headquarters is at Pune, and we have two plants. One in Pune, that is near Pune, it's around 100 kilometers, and the other is in Halol, Vadodara, near Vadodara. Okay, so our this Valmont Industries, that is primarily into utilities section, utilities and infrastructure business. Okay. While the global business has very big portfolio, they are into agriculture, telecom, infrastructure, various business they have. But in India, they are primarily focusing on infrastructure. So in infrastructure, Pune plant caters to different lighting poles. Lighting poles, where different kinds of applications are there, from general lighting poles in our streets to the different lighting arrangements, including big stadiums, if you see cricket stadiums.
So,
Okay.
what challenges do you face while managing the company or operating operations?
Yes, yes. See, primarily, if you see, there are generally in any plant operations, you find, the market dynamics play a key role, because what is important today may not be important tomorrow. So the products that we manufacture may not be relevant in the coming days. So you have to be flexible enough to meet the market requirements. Okay, that is one. Other one is customers also, they keep coming up with new requirements. Okay, in terms of the quality, in terms of the quantity, they said this month they want suppose 1,000 tons. So suddenly next month they will ask 1,500 tons. So we should be in a position to, we have to be very flexible enough to meet the market requirements and customer requirements. And also there is a lot of competition. So globally, there are many global firms coming to India, and also within India, this our particular industry, there are many companies coming up with our products. So competition is one of the major challenge. Then government, this infrastructure also depends to a large extent on government policies. So the government policies, if they change, then our business will also get affected. And when it comes to the operations, there are many challenges: raw material availability, then manpower availability, skill availability. Okay. So there are different challenges. These all are general challenges every business faces.
So, how do your company ensure product quality and customer satisfaction?
Okay, so see, we have ISO system, that is called International Organization for Standardization. Okay, so this system ensures that we have a robust documentation and records. Systematic approach is there for every process. So when you have system in place, then you will have repeatability and you will have standardization of the process.
So, what business strategies help Valmont stay competitive in the market?
See, in terms of business strategies, if you see, we have we time and again you have to come up with new product offerings to the market, to the customers. Okay, if you stick with the same product, you will not be relevant tomorrow. So you have to identify what products are required going forward in the market. So accordingly, you have to have the team also to develop new products. Okay, in a very swift manner. Should not be like the customer wants it tomorrow and you are giving it a day after. So it will become obsolete. So you have to come up with new product offerings time and again. Then you have to give competitive cost. Costing is very, very important. Okay. Then you have to extremely focus on customers, what customer needs in terms of the quality, quantity. Okay. See, these are the business different strategies.
What advice would you give to students who want to build a career in business administration?
You have to focus more on how businesses work in terms of the commercial aspects of the business. Okay, how orders are taken, how orders are executed. Mainly business administration, lot of commercial things are there. Apart from that, we should keep doing internships or vocational courses in any small business, including small business. You can do anywhere. You can just take during your vacation, you can go to a small company and you can interact with them for a week or so. So you can understand how the businesses take place. What are the different components of a business? Because business consists of different sections: operations, marketing, sales. Okay, then supply chain. So if you understand the broader concepts of the business, so one has to develop these skills.
So, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time.